Welcome to today's video, and yes, it's going to be a juicy one, and I'm not going to lie, final video, because I'm not going to do this any longer because I am sick and tired, as you guys know, of bullies and just toxic community behavior, which honestly is just not on. And I know there's been measures being taken in place, and I know the game as well is going into the right steps in improving the current report system and the ban system, which is a nice good little heads up for you guys. So just don't worry, the game is going to be fine. But what I'm going to address though today is how basically, as the thumbnail showcases, TA have, or should I say TA, I do apologize, I keep saying that, and the guys in World Chat did call me out on it, and you know what, you guys are right. I mean these three individuals mainly of the leadership team, right? These guys are the whole problem child. I don't understand what's wrong with them, right? And this is all because of, basically, you know, if you've seen it, the video that I uploaded about obviously reporting these guys for breaking content creator rules, because obviously as a content creator we all sign contracts, you know, we all have to do our part, you know, to hold those rules and keep a fair gaming experience for everyone, right? It's just what we are doing, you know, it's part of our job, unfortunately, right? And we have to do that. It's just like any job in the world, right? You might have, you know, a normal, I don't know, you might work at the bank and you've got rules there you have to follow, right? It's the same here, it's just a job, right? But because of this, what I am going to say straight out is the fact that these guys say they've never had a problem with me, right? Afterwards, they keep saying they didn't have a problem with the content creator frame. They didn't care about it, right? But every single day afterwards, they would continuously barrage me with either messages in World Chat, direct messages from even players, and just so much just random stuff, continuing and continuing on the drama instead of accepting what's been done. And as some of their players, and I will admit one of their leaders, that me and him, I know he'll know who I'm talking about, we get very fricted in our convos, but I know he's trying to get some sort of middle ground because he doesn't want to be involved in it because it's nothing to do with him, right? But the problem is, it's like, I always asked, and I've said it in that video and I've said it in this video as well now, all they had to do was apologize and just move on. But instead, they didn't. And what we're going to do today is showcase what they kept going on with and just basically my in-game current experience over the last few days. And then what I am planning to do afterwards, right? Because you guys can imagine I am planning on migrating out. I'm going to be migrating into a different kingdom. I don't know where yet. I'm not going to lie. I do like, I'm not going to lie, the Order 66 guys. They're kind of cool. And obviously one of the good friends, Mr. Rusty Max, is over there too. So I'd love to play around with those guys. And then obviously there's GG with Goblin and Drow and all the guys that really have shown super support throughout all of this and even the content journey, right? And then even EXG, and just there's just actually so many alliances that are here willing to support me, right? Because they understand that I'm in the middle, right? Because all I've been trying to do, as you guys know, is keep things open. And what I said in my original video that got taken down was pretty simple. TM accused GG of cheating, right? It's just what happened, right? They accused him of cheating, of some synchronization. Obviously, GG have been cleared from this. And like I said, even in that video, that this could have just been a misunderstanding on the TM part, right? They might not have known that they had 80, 60 players all in voice comms being able to communicate like that, right? They don't know this information. So they're just assuming from what they see in the game, right? And this is what I said in the original video, but the guys want to dismiss what I say and just focus on the negative parts, right? So from there, you know, we go into more stuff, and what I've been suffering from basically is just, again, what I'm going to call personal bullying, personal harassment in game, just to try and make my experience worse. Even though you guys got to remember, I actually love this game to the point where I don't need to be in my kingdom. I could be watching you guys, like the NK boys that I've been watching, and just fighting, going at it to town, right? And I could be recording footage elsewhere. So I love the beauty of this direction of the game right now. But what happened is, obviously, I left TA. So this is what's going on. I've left TA, and I joined an alliance here named Sky. And I'm going to be honest, the Sky guys are amazing. The guys in Sky, again, amazing. They're normal people. They understand the situation. They knew, even in chat when I explained it, I just wanted to move on. They knew I wanted to move on, and they wanted to move on from it. But what occurred is, every single time TA would interact with our alliance, they would always do something that negatively impacted me, right? So one issue of this was basically during this time, you can see there's a Hydra here, and we've been trying to kill this Hydra for quite a while, right? And it's EXG that's been trying to kill it. So as you can see, Sky and EXG both touch it. So what we can do is be in a union and kill this Hydra together, right? And then afterwards, we can just let the EXG members purify it, which is a really cool feature that I love in this game that, honestly, I don't think a lot of people take advantage of in Call of Dragons. But what happened is, obviously, I sent my troops here, right? I sent my troops here because EXG asked for my help. They wanted the top DPSs in Sky. And at the time, if we go into my mails, we should be able to see if I can find some of my reports. Like, I am pumping out damage, boys. We are pumping damage out, right? So we're doing really good in the alliance. So obviously they wanted our help there. So we obviously got our troops. We brought our troops over. And then what happened was the TA guys joined the alliance. And when they joined the alliance, obviously I was preparing the video to record this because obviously I was excited to do a recording of a dual alliance taking a raid for the first time. Never done that before. But what happened is they, for some reason, removed me from the alliance, right? So what I have is now some screenshots of these conversations about this raid, because obviously this is the leader of Sky, and he's honestly a really nice guy and understood, like, look, like, he didn't want to do this. They want me to kick you and reinvite you after, right? So I was like, they just don't want me to get the rewards. Like, I just don't get it. And at the same time, at this point, I were grinding merits, you know. So if we look outside quickly and pump it up and move my big head, maybe, you know, we're at 2.3 million merits, boys. We were grinding these merits, ready again to fight GG in the next zone, in zone 4 with Sky, right? That was our plan. So we were grinding away here, you can see, and as you can see, he's saying it's their organization and obviously not him. So what we go into is the next screenshot when I then address this to, which I am saying is the guy that honestly is trying his best to make things, you know, like, he's trying to stop things, right? And I understand him, and he's honestly a great guy, and he's trying his hardest to be, obviously, on the TA side, but trying to be his best to be in the neutral zone, right? He's trying, I can see that. But the problem is here, they say they didn't tell anything about the raid. But then in the next screenshot here, they said, I saw the chat and we needed 20 spots, and Coffee, which is the guy that I told, you know, and got his removed from the frame, you know, said that I could be kicked, even though I was obviously there to raid. And then they kicked me, right? So I was like, you literally just said 1 minute ago, like, I said, imagine lying, and then he just admits what's just happened in chat, and then, like, I just don't get it. Like, I really don't get it, right? So what happened actually from here, though, and I will admit, the EXG boys, big shout out to the EXG clan, honestly, was not happy with the way I was treated. And again, I've got a chat log of their raid leader apologizing for the behavior and stuff. And I could put it up. I'm just waiting for his, you know, blessing. Maybe if it, you know, get it in time, it might pop up around now. But it's one of those things where it's like, those guys understood that I'm just getting literally single targeted chosen here, right? And it's not even like they're making it unblatant. That was the thing. And this is only the start of it, right? So what I'm going to do is go into some next drama, if you want to say, or next actions that happened, which just keeps basically adding and adding to what they do. And this is what I keep saying, like, I'm moving on, and these guys want to move on, or keep pretending to move on, but then they keep doing even more unjustly and keep taking things, escalating and escalating and escalating it. So it's funny how one party says one thing and then they completely lie and do the opposite, you know, thing, like a complete hypocrite. So again, we'll go into it. So the next set of bits is going to be the next part of drama. So I just want to address what's been going on there. Honestly, Sky and EXG, thank you. You guys have been amazing. And again, maybe, who knows, maybe in Zone 4 when all the tier guys are out of Sky and they're not poking their nose in, maybe I can jump back in and we can have some fun in the PvP, because obviously we'd like to have some PvP experience right at the end of the season, right? So let's go into the next part. So here we are, and it might be a surprising screen, yeah, the merit start, but it's going to give you context on what happened in the next area, right? So here you can see, obviously, I've been grinding merits, and these guys knew I was trying to grind really, really hard, and I obviously shout out, you know, if there's any ways I could get some more merits, let me know, right? Because I really wanted to get this 600k, you know, for the self-healing stone. So again, the EXG boys, amazing shout out to them, basically said, look, over here in EXXL, if we showcase the right zone, if I can find the correct spot, hold on. They were saying basically, we have, you know, a keep here for you guys, and if you want to use this keep, you can use it to obviously duel with mages. Just make sure you send mages, make sure you send a full match, so if you are fighting maybe 1 or 2, you can get 1 or 2 kills, right? So they laid out the rules for me, and then on their way, right? So it's around here somewhere. It's down, maybe down here. But basically, I was using this keep, right? So you can imagine I was using this keep to farm merit, right? And what was happening is, you can see, oh, here it is. So I was using this area, as you can see, to farm merits. And what happens is, as you can see, the path you have to take is going up, you know, all the way around this bridge, down, and it's basically going through, you know, TA territory, right? And what randomly happened after like the 4th time I started going around, where again, out of nowhere, this T5 player just swarmed me, right? I messaged him personally and was like, yo, like, why did you swarm me, right? But he doesn't give me an answer, and he doesn't reply. And the thing is, if he just said, yo, it was by accident, you know, I sent my marchers out and, you know, your march were coming by, I'd have been cool with it again. Any just sort of explanation. But instead, this is what happens, right? In game, in the actual alliance chat, because again, they think I am a spy, by the way, but they don't realize they're just idiots, right? But here you can see these guys, again, say, just ignore him, please. Ignore him, pretend he doesn't exist. Don't even answer, just ignore. There's no need to answer. Like, they're just basically telling him just to flat out ignore, not even bother with it. Even though you can see in the chat, there my 2 logs, again, saying, why, you know, did you attack me? And then the bottom one basically saying, again, why are you giving me the silent treatment? Is this, again, how you treat people, right? So what goes on after here, right? Because obviously I don't get any answer, and then the global chat goes wild. So here we get, again, these guys start, you know, talking trash like they always do in global, because whenever you try and address something to them in global, just be like, yo, guys, like, why are you doing this? Instead of just showing any accountability, they just start doing this type of nonsense, right? And then later on in the day, this is when the video gets juicy, right? Because I was editing, and as you guys know and you've seen so far, I've been making the PvP videos. So I was editing my videos, and then when I log into the game and check on my YouTube at the same time, we get this message in the Belleron chat. So you can see right here out of nowhere, someone just saying, where is, you know, like, you know, the video, you know, where's the video, you know, like, I didn't even know what was going on at first, right? And then the funny thing is, this is where I think TA have dug, honestly, their hole. And let's go into these screenshots, which is just again, showcasing these guys' true colours in the community. So if you want to be a part of them, that's up to you. So as you imagine, I was kind of shocked at the fact that these guys that stated multiple times that they wanted to move on, and multiple times that they didn't care about this content creator frame, they didn't care about anything that was going on, escalated it to the point of reporting the video, right? So they reported the video on this stupid policy that, again, is getting sorted out. So maybe by the time this video comes out and I've sorted it with the YouTube guys, they're going to be able to put the video back up, right? So what happened is, I was like, why did you report the videos? And the funny thing is, at first, obviously, if we go into some of these screenshots we've got here, we have people, again, like Sam, being in the middle ground saying, why are you assuming it's us? Why are you jumping to conclusions, right? Why am I assuming it was the TA guys? Because they're the only players that had a problem with this. And when I mean TA players, I only mean the leadership guys that were involved in it, right? And then anyone else in the alliance, if you've got your own opinion, I respect that, right? But I'm here to expose the leadership that's corrupt as hell. So when we go into it, you can see even more where it's like, I'm talking about, you have a video even exposing on Boss Nasty's channel, which is a really good video you should check out, explaining the same thing that these guys have been doing earlier in prior seasons. And the thing is, I'm kind of shocked, because I'm not going to lie, I didn't know about this. This is kind of sad. I know I did not know about this. And the thing is, I made that history of TA and TM video. And the thing is, on that video, there is honestly a bunch of comments talking about how TA backstabbed multiple times, AWO, and all these type of crazy stuff that happened in the season. And I chose to ignore it, thinking this was just conspiracy theories. But Boss Nasty's video does obviously clarify those claims in that comments, right? And because of that, I'm not gonna lie, and the way these guys have treated me, I've taken down the video. I'm not going to be a part of an alliance that wants to be dealing with these weird backstabs what they're used to and thinking it's cool with, right? So here you can still see anyway with the chats, these guys trying to say that they didn't do anything. Again, I bring up the point that they talked about, you know, kicking me out of the raid and then saying they didn't do such things. And then they're saying with this story, we needed space. We told T-Force to go out. And then they keep pretending like they didn't mention my name in World Chat. But you guys have seen in the previous ones, even Coffee mentioned my name. And he saw the chat. And this is one of the leaders, right? So we can, again, respect what he has said here. So now we get into the more modern day, if you want to say, of Call of Dragons. We wake up in the morning, and again, after, I'm not going to lie, hours and hours of TA guys defending themselves, saying they didn't do anything, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. We literally get this guy just putting all your hard work and all your lies in the garbage, because literally they just literally said they reported the video because they found one part of they think that they could get me on that, you know, breaks or violates YouTube rules, right? So this is him now trying to brag about it, and then again warning me in any future videos that, you know, I need to be careful on because I might get hit. And the funny thing is, he also later on give blessing in the world chat to use any of these chats, even though this is a public chat forum right now that we are all talking, right? Because we are using the world chat in Belleron. So it is funny, you know, how this has gone to where it is. And the funny thing is as well, after all of this, obviously, this was funny just to see some more, obviously, chats that happened and just more stuff to talk about, like how these guys were just, again, targeting and admitting that they're targeting the video, even though they argued they didn't. So it just showcases, again, on top of my other video, on with this video now, multiple hypocrisy and just lies after lies and just claim after claim from this alliance. So it's up to you guys if you want to, you know, continue with them. I understand you need to play with an alliance for the end of season rewards. I would honestly do the same, right? Because you need to get those rewards, right? Don't leave for any silliness like this. It's just stupid that honestly these 3 individuals, as you can see, warping and honestly making this game experience worse for pretty much everyone that's in this server, right? And it's one of those things that I wouldn't make this style of video if I was in the wrong, right? The fact that I have almost every single server and community that all back up and agree that, you know, bullies need to be dealt with. They shouldn't be able to bully people. You shouldn't be able to harass people and then go even and escalate it into real life situations that you think that you can do just because you broke rules and you think you can get away with breaking rules, right? It's just one of those crazy things. And I'm just going to end the video with a nice little showcase, because like I say, we've got those different individuals, and Kagan, the big mastermind about it all, who did the reporting, that you saw quite even admitting to and showcasing that he was the one who did the reporting here. We can go and showcase those chats again, because those chats again, and now obviously showcasing the difference of this guy and how he perceived to be all friendly, and now how he's changed his manner in obviously the private chats. So as you guys know, in the first video that we addressed, we talked about a lot of the shadiness and backdoor dealings that these guys were doing in private chats, right? And the fact is that the guys are trying to use private chats as a way to justify what they're doing. You know, we even have our chat logs of them exposing my private messages into certain areas to try and find spies. So they're literally abusing the same rule that they tried to get me with, right? It's just funny how they think they can abuse personal data in their way, but then they think I'm abusing personal data. So let's go through it, because again, this chat log here has been covered. Because when I go back to check out the chat log, this player, obviously, who is truthful, guys, remember, you gotta remember, this guy has nothing to hide. He is the leader. He's being honest throughout. For some reason, has edited everything out to hide what he said. But the problem is, he doesn't realize how YouTube works. I still have the footage of that video. So again, we have what he says here from the videos. So we can go into the very first part where again we can see where it says, hey, how you are? I'm like, I'm okay. Then I address the fact that, you know, are you coming about because I, you know, did the rule breaking on these 2 players. So then he comes, and you can see again him trying to be nice and bring a neutral stance on this. I'll leave this up here for you guys. You can read it for a little bit. You can pause the screen so it doesn't take too much of your time. And then the funny thing is, afterwards, again, after speaking and talking about the situation, you can see this screenshot here that even states, which is really funny, that I can continue with my videos and we will continue creating content for me with my battles as well, right? We play games and they have the same goals, like winning the game. He's basically trying to be on my side during all of his phase, remember. But as you guys saw, he has retracted everything here because he has honestly been caught in the web of lies of TA. And the thing is, you might think I might be lying myself. It's a bit weird that I have all of these bad, insane experiences that loads of players, including different mods, have seen as well and just don't agree with. And then you have as well then, you know, other content creators creating videos highlighting the exact same just bad taste, let's just say, that these players have and what they bring to the community and what they have been getting away with for clearly over a year now, which is just crazy to me. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. That is me, MrSneakyy. I am migrating out of this kingdom. We cannot be asked with obviously playing in server 1. We're not going to be here. I don't care anymore. It's just silly. These guys are just crazy, and if you want to be part of them, that is fine. It is your choice. Obviously, there is still numerous, again, tier members I respect, and we talk, and we're having, obviously, private chats, and we're getting on, right? That's the thing, right? It's just these certain individuals that are warping this narrative to try and hide what they've actually done, right? So I'm going to run my migrating out. Who knows? Maybe it's GG, maybe it's EXG, maybe it's 066. Who knows where we go? But we will decide that towards the end of the season, when we can obviously research and fight alongside someone for a little while before deciding to migrate, right? So if you enjoyed this video, smash a like, comment, and subscribe, guys. My name is MrSneakyy. That is it. This is the final one. Done. I'm never addressing this ever again. If someone asks the question, point them to this video. Now you know we're moving on with our lives, and I hope the guys in this video all again move on with their lives, or we'll see if they escalate it again and try to remove this video again. So we'll soon see. Enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed the drama. This has been Call of Dragons, and we're on moving to the next chapter in our lives. Oh, and to finish it off, they tried to get me chat banned for the most silliest reasons, and I got obviously chat ban lifted because there was no reason for my chat ban. So just to showcase another one additional fair reason at the end of the actual video of what these guys are doing, that gives you an answer, right? They've tried to report my video, they tried to get me banned, they removed me from raids, they swarmed my troops, and they just continuously talk trash, right? So if that isn't more examples, plus the BN video that is obviously been showcasing out there, I don't know what is. So I hope you enjoyed it. It has been a climatic and drama fueled, I'd say somehow, Christmas period, but we've gotten through it. And with that, we are, like I said, planning ahead. We are planning ahead, and we're going to be focusing up all on the PvP. So again, if you guys have got any PvP cooking in your servers, just send me a message, and I'm happy to jump in through, obviously, the kingdom, beautiful kingdom finder, and find you guys in here and obviously showcase your amazing PvP skills like always. So until then, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe, stay sneaky, and peace out.